Time for another edition of Tsaparis Science. We always like trying to see what you come up with, because you always find some crazy stories to share with us.
This one's pretty crazy.
Okay.
Okay, so it's the big news in robot technology. Actually quite small, though.
Huh.
Scientists at Harvard made a mechanical water bug that, just like the insect, can actually jump around on water. Huh. They used a super hydrophobic coating on the robot's legs to repel the water and applied a reverse catapult feature, allowing it to hop. The hope is to one day use this technology in search operations.
You know, I feel like you've been talking about robots lately, and so many of them, they look to bugs to figure out the robot. Didn't we have like a cockroach one or something?
Yeah, they're kind of getting smaller and smaller. The cockroach
I guess that makes sense.
Crawled around in walls. They're pretty much saying, let's get some bots to go places we can't
fit, right. So, I mean, that makes sense. I prefer a robot bug to a real one, so.
That's true. A little cuter, a little easier to deal with.
Yeah.
Well, we're dealing with this now, too. Houston, we don't have a problem anymore. Earlier, we told you about the Smithsonian's big budget journey to preserve Neil Armstrong's original spacesuit. Well, they did it. The organization raised over $500,000 in just 5 days on Kickstarter. Our very own producer, Morgan Moore, and nearly 7,000 others donated to this cause. The suit will be on display for the 50th anniversary of the spacewalk in Washington, D.C. That's coming up here in the year 2019.
Yeah, it's going to be here before we know it. Really? I'm so glad that this was able to get funded, because this is something you can't just, replicate that.
Very important, and maybe not important enough, though, to use taxpayer dollars for.
Right. They found a different way, so I like that.
Good
I like
for
the creativity. You
All
got
right.
one more.
Yeah, another update for you. A hoverboard going on display today in Spain. Huh. Last month, Japanese automaker Lexus unveiled the flying skateboard, nicknamed Slide.
Okay.
But is there more than meets the eye with this thing? The skate park actually has a layer of magnets beneath the thin cement layer.
Okay.
The board is fueled by liquid nitrogen that actually repels the magnets, allowing it to float. So it's actually a pretty useless piece of technology.
Right.
Cool nonetheless, though. Of course, this is the year of Back to the Future #2 coming up in October.
And they all had those hoverboards. They didn't need special magnets.
They can go over water and all those cool things. It'll be cool to see.
The time is ticking to get a real one.
It'll be fun to see, but again, kind of
You start working on that.
useful.
We'll get an update on that and another.
You see me on a little floating skateboard?
Stay with us. We've got your money news when we come back.